What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Before I get into this, I don't ask you guys all that often. Hit the like button and share this video. What we need, is that like button to represent how many of us feel Sean Grady needs to pause God of War and listen to my voice for a couple minutes and respond, because I feel, as someone in this community, it's dignified that we have an answer as to why this company is continually lying to its customers. And as the kids like to say, I've got receipts to back this up. You know, EA Sports is the only company that can make an NFL simulation football game. So I know a lot of people will say, well, you're being negative about the trailer. The game's not out yet. It's still in the beta. You know what? That's okay, because we're going to look at what Madden 22 is selling us, and then we're going to actually go back and look at what Madden has already sold us, because that's the problem. This is a company that sells us things that they've already sold us, and you don't need a trailer, you don't need a sizzle package, you don't need words on a screen to understand that. You just need some common sense. Before I get into this, I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link, discount code down in the description. And I don't even know how Weeble does this, but it's the best promotion they've ever had, only until July 20th. You sign up, you're going to get a free stock value between $300 to $300 just for opening the account. But if you deposit $5, just $5, I know you have that or more, they're going to give you a second stock value between $8,000 to $2,000. Sell the shares, take your money back. It'll be the fastest money you ever make. Or, you know what? You can put it into AMC, Amazon, Google, whatever you want. Just, you know what? I would recommend, if you're only going to invest in one garbage company, don't make it EA Sports. Make it Waste Management. Let's take a look at this new tackling momentum logic. This doesn't even make sense. Will better detect the size, speed, and traits of the players involved in the matchup, so that base tackle physics of both the entry and outcome will match more appropriately. Then I want to go down to the bottom. All brought to life with new momentum-specific tackling animations. Do you understand how this doesn't make any sense? So you're telling me that you've got momentum-specific animations, but you've got base tackle physics. Now, I do also want to point out they talk about AI defenders, different players, smaller AI defenders taking the legs out of bigger ball carriers, bruising ball carriers, seeking out contact. I want you to remember this. I want you to remember what they're selling you right now, because we're about to go back in time. We're about to go back and talk about what they've already sold us. And understand that no matter how you feel about this game, whether it's your favorite or least favorite game, if they're selling it now, that means it was never put in before. So let's go back to a time I actually spent a little bit of time as a community member at EA Sports, Madden 25. They talk about make your presence felt. I'm trying to do that right now, Sean. I'm hoping you paused God of War for me, buddy. I know it's a great game. Last year, the major focus of the Infinity Engine was figuring out the basics of speed, momentum, and other factors. But now, with the introduction of Force Impact in another year of tuning, we can bring the power of Infinity, not like Buzz Lightyear, but of the engine, follow along, to the hit stick. This allows for the biggest, most impressive hits yet, creating moments you'll want to recreate over and over. Dramatic voice because they're trying to sell you something. Furthermore, it goes on to talk about how you can pop a ball carrier with the hit stick with the special precision modifier. Here we go. The following year, Madden 16. Organic gang tackles. Any of this sounding familiar? Forget everything you know about what we sold you last year. I mean, ProTac. Madden NFL 16 delivers the most dramatic tackles in franchise history with fully organic, excuse me, what? Let me read it back to you. Fully organic, physics-based gang tackling system. We have now realized momentum-based organic interactions on tackles that support a limitless number of defenders attaching to the ball carrier. EA Sports, are you kidding us? The system is complemented by new dynamic gang tackle animations that can go organic based on additional defenders and proximity. Let's go to Madden 17. Size and weight factor. The formula used to determine the outcomes of hit sticks and impact blocks will now use weight and momentum of the players involved in the interaction. You'll see far less instances of smaller players landing successful hit sticks on bigger ball carriers. Didn't they just talk about that this year? Or wide receivers impact blocking bigger linebackers, especially when not moving with enough speed to make a big hit. This is literally almost verbatim what they just sold us in 2021 in an article from 2017 that EA Sports keeps on their website. How many times did I just use the word momentum going through these games? So why is it when we look at the trailer as a community, this happens? Momentum happens. You know what? You're right, EA Sports. Momentum happens to show up a lot of times in what you sell us with your games. It never makes it into the game, but you've used the word momentum an awful lot. Momentum does, in fact, happen a lot of times when you're trying to get our money. So when you talk about Madden 21, which is last year, just last year, we go through the whole shenanigans again. Location-based tackles, tackling improvements. Defenders are going to be more aware. New breakdown, pylon tackles, core improvements, existing tackling system to make tackling more accessible. This game is so far behind. This game is so false in how it's sold. There is no excuse. There is no way you can sell us anything this year when you look back even to last year. Look at this location-based tackles. One of the new features that has the Madden dev team really excited. These are tackles you'll see when the running back tries to reach out for the pylon at the last second to get that critical touchdown, where the tackling defender will struggle and strain to keep the ball carrier from reaching the first down sticks on a huge fourth down. Ask yourself if that's in the game. Ask yourself how common that is. This is just a few examples of just one thing. If you wanted to, you could go back and you could find countless things that they continue to push a narrative to a customer to separate you with your money, to try to give the inflection that they're making the game better when they're not. There is no inflection with EA Sports. There is a reflection of a very poor quality game. A game that sells us features, makes us promises, makes us commitments, and then categorically fails on every single one. And there's nothing more telling to me that this game doesn't even meet the standards of the developers that work on it, that Sean Grady sits there and plays God of War over his game. Because deep down, he knows this game is quickly becoming the biggest failure in sports gaming history. This is a game with a 0.2 user score that is dependent on giving away beta codes so that its influencers can have larger followings. Giving away thousands of game codes so that it can say people interact and play with its game. Because they know there's no one that's willing to buy this product because this company can sit and lie to its consumers year after year after year. Selling the same features, the same game modes, down to the same word. And then when the game comes out, none of this is anywhere to be found. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. And you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.